Welcome to Keepin' It Real, your go-to radio show for fresh insights and vibrant introductions. Get ready to dive into a world where we offer you the latest in real estate wisdom and the juiciest community tidbits. From expert advice courtesy of top realtors to opportunities to give back through local charities, we've got you covered. Plus, we'll shine a spotlight on the young athletes driving our local sports scene and uncover the buzzworthy happenings both in town and beyond. Stay tuned for a jam-packed hour of enlightenment and entertainment right here on Keepin' It Real.
All right, good morning to you all out there, and welcome to our little community program, Keepin' It Real. Today we have a special guest. Yep, she's an event coordinator behind one of the largest events in town throughout the year, Art in the Park. It's coming down the first week of October. Can you believe it's nearly October? Can't even believe it. Time flies. But that's right, we'll have the wonderful Lois Bravo in the studio up next. She's part of the Huachuca Art Association here in town that puts together this huge event every year, year after year. It's a big endeavor, and she'll tip her hand and let us know what to expect at the event and a little bit about the event's history as well as that of the Huachuca Art Association itself. Now, they've been part of the community for a very long time, but I won't steal Lois's thunder on that. I'll let her tell you herself. Now, we're coming into the busy time of the year for activities. There's so many great events coming up in the next few months. Really too many to mention, but we always like to give a shout out to a few and host a few of the event organizers on the show, as you know. So shout out to the organizers of Cars in the Park. Our schedules didn't marry up for a show yet, but we love the event and we really want to talk about it. I've entered cars in many of them. It's loads of fun, and I hope you'll have it on your calendar. That's right, Sierra Vista Car Club is presenting the 37, wow, Cars in the Park, Saturday, October 11th, so it's coming right up here in a couple weeks. Veterans Memorial Park, as always, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., rain or shine. And they've got a great field that's going to be out there that's starting at 7 o'clock. Their registration's from 7 to 10. They're going to be doing judging from 10 o'clock till 1 o'clock, and they'll throw out those awards at 2 o'clock, if you remember, if you've been there before. They always do that in the afternoon, so get your cars in there and get them in early and get set up. Awards will be best of show and 10 judges picks, plus the best of and next gen, which is kind of cool because they've got some really good award categories this year. So they'll have cash drawings at the award ceremony. There'll be gift basket raffles. They'll be giving dash plaques to the first 200 entrants. So that's kind of cool. I always like getting those. And they'll, of course, have their oldies variety music, a lot of food and product vendors out there. It's just going to be a lot of fun. So I hope you come out to Cars in the Park. It's the 37th annual Cars in the Park on Saturday, October 11th, 2025. Just come out and see all the cool cars. It's always neat in this town. I always tell everybody, you'll just see a new car pop out of the woodwork, and so many guys and gals have some really cool cars here in town. So I hope you'll come out and enjoy Cars in the Park. Now, another event that you can put on your calendar that we'll be talking about more as it gets closer is the third annual Pups on Parade at Doc's Watering Hole. It's going to be Saturday, November 15th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Aaron and Victoria pair up with Sherry and I and the Sherry Ethell Team at Long Realty here and host this fun event every year. And it's a really great opportunity to support our local animal shelter through the Friends of the Sierra Vista Animal Shelter, who helps pay for all of those great spay and neuter programs, all those vaccination clinics, and a lot of the cool events and whatnot that the Friends pairs up with the Nancy J. Brewer Animal Care Center and our friends with the Sierra Vista Police Department, of course, our wonderful ACOs. And every year, of course, the chief comes out, helps us judge our all-shelter dog pup pageant, and it's a fun little dog show with a twist, and that twist is the fact that none of the show dogs are really show dogs. They're shelter dogs waiting for their forever home, so it's a great opportunity to come down and support them. They get to come out and stretch their legs. We take 10 dogs from the shelter for the show, if you haven't seen it before, and they get to spend the day with us, strutting their stuff to the crowd for ribbons and fun awards, and most importantly, the opportunity to show how awesome they are. Dogs, you know, they act quite differently once you get them out of the kennel and around the crowd. It's totally different. It's a great way for them to stretch their legs and maybe find a foster family or even a new home. We raise funds for the animals even before the event starts, and we do that through sponsors. So I'm looking for sponsors. We look for businesses, families, individuals that want to become a sponsor so that we can take care of all their healthcare needs, get them spayed and neutered, microchipped, and all kinds of other stuff there. So they're ready to go. Even their adoption fees covered, a good chance that they'll be adopted. Last year, we really stunned even our organization when we not only found sponsors for the show dogs, but we also found sponsors for all the dogs at the shelter. I mean, everyone. It was awesome, and we hope to do the same for the shelter this time. It was just $300 to sponsor a show dog, and there's 10 of those, and they go fast, so get them soon, and $150 for a shelter dog that got left behind, and we put their photos up with your name or your name of your business to honor your gift, and that your pup is supported by you. And it all goes to the Friends of the Sierra Vista Animal Shelter, help cover the rest of their expenses. We even have a silent auction where we give away numerous baskets and great stuff at the event. So there's all kinds of fun. There's dog kisses and hugs. You get to meet the pups up close and personal, and you get to meet your local animal control officers who are awesome. You can enjoy music, food, beverages, and this wonderful show. So it's a great time. Our pups need you. Please come out and see them. The show is 100% free, open to the public. It's a family affair, so bring your kids, your family, and your friends to watch, even if you choose not to donate. Just have fun. You'll even get a vote for your favorite shelter dog, so it's lots of fun. They go home with ribbons and medals and the fun of being out for the day, and sometimes some of them will find an adoptable home. We've adopted a number of pets. I can't even count how many now. This is what we're all rooting for. So come on down this year and see what we're all talking about. If you can, even donate an item for our auction. You can do that. Come and bid on something or sponsor a dog. So these all go fast, so don't wait. Again, this is the 3rd annual Pups on Parade at Doc's Watering Hole, Saturday, November 15th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's in cooperation with Sierra Vista Police Department and the Nancy J. Brewer Animal Care Center, benefiting the Friends of the Sierra Vista Animal Shelter and our wonderful shelter animals. Co-sponsored by Doc's Watering Hole and the Sherry Ethell Team at Long Realty. It's a really important day, and who knows, maybe you'll find your new best friend. Okay, we'll take a break and get Lois in the studio and settle right in. We'll be right back with Keepin' It Real.
In a town with heart and history, the Sherry Ethell Team is the key. Serving Sierra Vista, we agree. For military law and retirees, stress-free process you will see. Personal care is our guarantee. Real integrity, real results. The Sherry Ethell Team, we never halt. Real experts here to guide your way, making dreams come true every single day. Trusted team that knows just what to do. The Sherry Ethell Team, working for you. Real integrity, real results. The Sherry Ethell Team is your one and only call.
All right, good morning, good Saturday mornings to you on this great day here in Sierra Vista and Cochise County. Welcome to the Keepin' It Real radio show, brought to you by the Sherry Ethell Team at Long Realty Studios, right here behind Denny's on Fry Boulevard. I have a wonderful guest here today to talk about art in the park. It's almost here. I've got Lois Bravo here, and she's been a big part of organizing this event. You may have remembered hearing her last year. We had her on and kind of introduce it for the first time. So we're excited to talk about it again. And if you missed that opportunity, this will be a great opportunity to kind of get to know the people behind the scenes and what they do. So welcome to the show,
Thank
Lois.
you. I'm glad to be here again.
Awesome. And we're glad to have you. So first thing we want to do is, and I know, we talked about this on the show last year, but let's just kind of introduce you, the event organizer, because you've been doing this a while now. How long has it been?
This will be my 10th year.
10 years.
Yeah.
So you definitely know what you're doing here.
Yeah, I think
Hopefully
so.
at this point,
Yeah,
right?
I'm refining it better and better.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit about yourself. I mean, how long have you been here in Sierra Vista? And kind of tell us a little bit about, how you got into the organization.
Okay. Well, we moved down here in 2009. My
Okay.
husband went to work at Port Huachuca, and so I was retired.
Okay.
And so I got involved in taking pictures of hummingbirds and quails.
Sure.
And I started little craft shows, and I went and I would sell them. And then all of a sudden, a friend of mine said, well, we have an art gallery, Huachuca Art Gallery. And I go, oh, really? Where? And so I went, it was in Astro at that time. And so I went out there and I joined a contest, and I sold all 3 of the pictures I entered. So I got all turned on about being in a gallery.
Yeah.
So that,
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, were you, I don't know if we talked about this last time, were you a professional photographer?
No.
Just something you did on your spare time?
I just bought a Nikon, and I started going out and taking pictures.
Oh, cool.
I self-taught myself, so to speak, yeah. And, you know, there are photographers that are in our gallery that has some really fabulous photography. But he'll lay down on the ground, and he'll do all kinds of stuff. I don't do that.
You're not laying down on the ground somewhere?
No.
Waiting for those hummingbirds?
Well, no, he's just doing sunsets.
Sunsets. Oh, wow.
But
That's
anyway,
cool.
and he has a camera with all these. I cheated. I just did auto.
So if you're looking for some great pictures, or there's a lot of other stuff, maybe tell us a little bit about what the Huachuca Art Association is and does.
Well, we eventually bought our own building, which is at 1835 Paseo San Luis, and about 8 years ago.
Okay.
And so now we have a permanent location. Before we were renting kind of a house. So we have jewelry. We have
There's wonderful pottery there.
Cords,
Yeah.
pottery. And then, of course, lots of photography. There's watercolors, pastels, you know, all kinds of
paintings
oils.
and stuff.
And we also have a studio, and there's a gal who does every Tuesday oil painting if you want to learn how to oil paint. And she does it on a card. I think it's $60, and she punches the card.
Oh, wow.
And I think you get six
Is that during the day? Or?
Yeah, it's at 9 o'clock to 12 on a Tuesday, every Tuesday. Well, sometimes she takes a break.
Right.
And then on Saturdays, we have other little classes, acrylic, quilling, felt art,
Wow.
all kinds of
So if
classes.
you're art inclined, you're the place to go.
Right, because there are people who would like to learn how to do a picture. It's kind of like a paint party, but we try to let you take away a piece of art when you leave.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to take yours, you can buy some right there, right?
That's true. And jewelry.
Yeah.
And, yeah, we do have a very large selection of items.
It really is. There's a lot of nice stuff. We've bought a number of things there.
Right. Great place to go if you have a birthday. Lots of cards, greeting cards.
Okay.
And they're $3 or $4, maybe a few or $6, but that's cheaper than you write your own message. But
Yeah.
that's cheaper than, but you have pieces of art on them.
Yeah.
And so you have a unique card to give to your friends.
Yeah, we use them all the time for our clients and whatnot. We really like those because they're kind of unique and they speak to the local area, right?
Right.
You know, all kinds of neat stuff on them. So that's the Huachuca Art Association. And if you don't know where that's at on Paseo San Luis, that's actually right across the street from the Warrior Healing Center, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so we got to kind of know a little more about you, and I don't even know if we talked about last time that you were a photographer, so that's kind of cool. Now, what brought you into organizing this event, and are you the only one organizing it?
Unfortunately, yeah.
You are.
Well, right now, yeah.
Good grief, that's a lot to take on.
It's a year-long chore.
So it starts just right after the last one.
Right. So actually what happened, there's Edie Mannion. She was, and Bill Willis, they'd been doing it for years. And she was a part of the founding people that started the Huachuca Art Association.
Okay.
And he got cancer, and he couldn't type. And so they asked if somebody could type. I said, oh, yeah, I can type. You know, because I had my own escrow company and I knew math and all that.
Right.
Most artists are not math people. But anyway, so I went and I did it, and I learned. He would put somebody in this booth and we'd put somebody in that booth. And so I sort of got training from him doing the Excel sheets. And I'd never done Excel either. So I learned. And then we put the show on. And then unfortunately, you know, he couldn't do it the following year. And so I and Edie kind of took it over and did it. But I did all the typing and the money and the collecting.
Wow.
I am their bookkeeper, by the way. I pay
You're
all
the bookkeeper too.
Yeah, I pay all the artists when they sell their stuff in the gallery. Yeah.
Okay. So you've got a big role there. And just, I think we skipped over it too. So this is the 53rd annual event of Art in the Park. So
Right.
53 years. And you skipped 1 year for COVID.
Correct.
So you didn't do it that year.
Right.
And what year was that? Was it the 2020? So we had a little lull in there. So it would have been the 54th annual. But 53 years, that's a long time to keep going. And how old is this organization? When did it start? Back in the
Back in the 80s.
Okay.
And, you know, we have some flyers, old flyers. We have a book in the gallery of the old flyers. First, it just started out as a little spring thing for one day, and they had like 10 or 20 vendors.
Oh, wow.
And then,
So
so
real
in
small.
the old days, it was very, very small. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
That's kind of interesting. Yeah, that's even really kind of smaller than our farmers market even.
well, yeah.
So
Not as many people lived here then, I don't think.
yeah. Wow. Well, that's kind of a little bit of history. So your organization, the Huachuca Art Association, presents this, and does those proceeds then help your organization continue to
Right.
operate?
Yes, because we couldn't possibly, off of our sales and that we only get a 20% commission, we couldn't possibly maintain our gallery on that.
Yeah.
So we make money from this, and then that carries us through the year to the next show.
So those are the vendor fees and everything that
Correct.
you end up collecting?
Yeah.
And what are the vendor fees if somebody was looking to get involved with it? And they probably have to do it a year in advance at least, right?
Well,
or
They
is
cut
there a waiting
off
list?
with September 1st.
September 1st.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just cut it
Is
off.
that every year or is it more
Every
or
year.
less? You
Yeah,
cut
more
it
or
off
less.
at
Yeah.
okay. And what's it cost now for a vendor
So,
to get a spot?
Just $275.
Okay.
And corners, or we have a little, we have about 15 booths that have electricity, and
Oh,
those are
wow.
$300 also.
Okay.
And then we have, if you become a member of our Huachuca Art Association for $35, you get to have a discount, so it's $225
Wow.
or $250 for the corner. And we have 12 food booths too.
Wow, 12 food booths. Okay.
And
So
they
there's going to be all
and
kinds
they
of
only
food.
pay $175. You'd be surprised how many people I've had call, and they had to be in by August 15th, and they want to get in now. And it's like,
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry, you're late.
Yeah.
It's too in demand. All right. Well, let's take a quick break. It's probably a good spot for it. I got all kinds of questions for you when we come back. Again, this is Lois Bravo with the Huachuca Art Association presenting Art in the Park this year, the 53rd annual Art in the Park. So really cool stuff coming up next. We'll be right back. Welcome to an exciting new chapter in real estate marketing with the Sherry Ethell Team at Long Realty. We're thrilled to introduce our groundbreaking radio campaign that's set to virtually transform how homes are sold in our community.
Are you looking to sell your home? Imagine your listing highlighted as not just a home of the week, but receiving continuous, exclusive attention on the airwaves until it sells. That's right. Every single Sherry Ethell Team Long Realty listing will now be featured regularly, ensuring maximum exposure to maximize your speed of sale.
Here's how it works. Each week, we'll spotlight all of our current listings in individual, engaging, and detailed 30-second radio ads. Whether you're selling a cozy starter home, a luxurious estate, or anything in between, your property will be heard by thousands of potential buyers in our local area. This innovative approach guarantees that your home remains top of mind for listeners until the perfect buyer comes along.
Why choose the Sherry Ethell Team at Long Realty? Because we're committed to delivering unparalleled service with a personal touch. Our new radio campaign will be just one more way we help reduce the stress of selling your home by giving it the visibility it deserves. We understand that selling a home can be a daunting process, but with your tailored marketing campaign and this kind of presence, it'll be easier and more efficient than ever.
Tune in to Cool 104.1 to hear about the latest listings on our new program we're calling our Home Spotlight Series. Or catch the Keepin' It Real radio show every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. for the latest real estate tips from the experts. Weekend open houses, awesome charity opportunities, great happenings in our community, and wonderful interviews with youth sports coaches and athletes.
So don't miss out on this unique opportunity to have your home featured in our exclusive radio campaign. List with Sherry Ethell Team, Long Realty today, and experience the magic of real estate marketing like never before.
For more information, give us a call at 717-599-2439. Sherry Ethell Team, Long Realty. Behind Denny's on Fry Boulevard right here in Sierra Vista, where your home story is told until it's sold. Remember, with us, it's not just about selling houses. We make success stories for a living. Stay tuned, stay informed, and let's help you find your perfect home. All right, everybody, welcome back to the Sherry Ethell Team, Long Realty Studios, Keepin' It Real. I'm Dion Ethell, I'm your host, and we're talking to Lois Bravo, the art connoisseur here, the person who's heading the Art in the Park. She's the one behind all of this work with the Huachuca Art Association. They're presenting the 53rd annual Art in the Park this year, and we're happy to have her on the show. So we kind of left off, we were talking about just that this thing has gotten so big that you kind of have to cut off a certain date, and there's always people calling you at the last minute trying to get in, and it's too late. Yes. So if you wanted to be in part of Art in the Park this year, by the way, this is coming up Saturday, October 4th, right?
Right.
And the 5th on Sunday. And on Saturday, it's 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And Sunday, it's 9 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Right.
Okay.
And there's one thing I want to add.
Yeah.
The city of Sierra Vista is also in conjunction with us on Saturday from 11 to 6 doing a wine festival.
Oh, cool.
So they started doing that. I think this is the 5th year of that. And they
forgot all about that.
Yeah. And so it's like they have a little camaraderie with us. They want to share the venue because the customers are already there.
Right.
And that's been a real win-win. A lot of the vendors have said, wow, I'm glad they had that wine. They came over and shopped.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I bet they do. And I almost forgot about all that. So that's kind of a neat thing, too. But that's separate from the thing, right?
From us.
So you got to check in and I'm sure show ID and all that kind of stuff.
Well, yeah, they have their tickets they sell and they have a big white fence around their part and we have nothing to do with them. But
okay. But you're kind of symbiotic and helping each other out.
That's right.
That's very good. And of course, this is all going down at Veterans Memorial Park on the 4th and the 5th and right here in Sierra Vista. Now, for those people who maybe haven't been to it yet, what is Art in the Park? And why did it get started? What's the draw there?
Well, the draw is it gives artists a venue to be able to share their talents. Mm-hmm. And it's a very big thing nationwide. There are these festivals all over the United States. And so there's a lot of people who move here. They wait to go Christmas shopping there. They wait to go pick up a beautiful piece of art for their new home that they just bought when they moved into the area here.
Right.
And of course, we have a lot of paintings. We have a lot of jewelers. One of the things that's been very interesting is we have a lot of wood artists.
Yeah, there really are. There's a lot of nice ones.
Yeah, what has happened is I think these men have retired and moved to Sierra Vista, and they went, oh, I'm going to make wood art. And I have several this year, more this year than last year.
Really?
Everybody is really quite unique.
Yeah.
Yeah, except for the flags.
Okay.
There's several people that
do flags. Yeah. But even then, like I was talking to one the other day I think it was over there by the carnival that was going on. Oh. They had a little booths out there too, and which I didn't even realize they had booths out there until I took my grandson. But we stopped in and saw some, and they were different than I had seen before. So it was kind of interesting. We talked to them a little bit. I always love these different vendors at Art in the Park because it brings so many artisans together all at one time. It's great for shopping. I mean, it's awesome. Yes, it's awesome. And if you like to build baskets for gifts or friends, we give them to clients often. And just because it's really introduces them to the area. And
we stress that they have to be all handmade.
Okay.
So, there are some people that sell Cynthia candles and stuff like that. We don't allow them in.
Okay. That's good to know.
We're limited to handmade.
So it's got to be something they can put together that they can make themselves.
There's a tie-dye guy. They actually have a store in Bisbee, and so they make tie-dye clothes. And we have other people that do coasters or quilts or, all kinds of interesting fabric art too.
Okay.
Yeah, and jewelry.
We even buy some of our lawn art type of stuff there too.
Metal art.
Very popular.
Unfortunately, one of our wonderful metal art people are going to be disappointed. They're not coming back. They retired.
Oh, no.
And they were coming from New Mexico at least for 10 years or more.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
so there's a lot of these vendors that have been doing it 10 and 20 years. We have people that have been here 20 years.
There's a few of them that I always stop in and see. And it's funny, we only see each other once a year. They always know who I am. And we go in there and say our hellos and how you doing and how's things been and how's business. And then, pick up a bunch of things for our various clients and stuff over the course of the whole year. And we buy it all at one time. So it's awesome. We talked a little bit about the event and some of the things, the vendors coming in. How many vendors are there in total? Do you know?
Well, I had a few that had family emergencies that backed out at the last minute.
Okay.
But it was really close to 150. I think it's 145 now.
Okay,
Yeah,
145. That's a lot of people, a lot of different kinds of products, and a lot of different tents.
And then what we do is we put in the paper, which is supposed to come out on, I'm not sure, maybe today,
Okay.
on Cochise Buzz, and it's going to be an insert.
Oh, okay.
And so the insert shows a map of the park. It shows all the vendors per item, like all the jewelers, all
cool.
the wood, all the paintings, photography, like that.
Okay.
Metal, whatever. And the booth number.
Okay.
So you can mark on the map where you want to try to go, because
that's really
it can
handy.
be a little overwhelming when you come in and you find something you love and then you go, oh, how do I find them again?
Lois, do you do that every year?
What?
Put the little things together, the little map?
Oh, yeah.
Man, I am behind because I've been doing this for years, buying stuff there, and I always just go down, up and down every aisle.
Well, yeah.
I should have got
And now, because the paper's not coming out as much, which is about only 2,000 subscribers now, I guess.
Okay.
So I have asked them in the advertising this year to please put it, you know how they're doing those little things that they do, little news items, and they said they're going to put it in there and you can poke it and go somewhere on their website, the paper's website, to see it.
Yeah, digital footprint. Okay,
But
gotcha.
you won't be able to download it. But we do have extra copies at our information booth.
Oh, okay.
So when
come to
people-
the information booth first and you can get that.
Yeah, if you don't have it, yeah.
Okay, that's the way to do. Okay, well, I will definitely come see you because I definitely want to get that in my hands, because usually it's not a bad thing to wander. You'll probably wander anyway.
Yeah.
But it would be handy to kind of know what I'm looking for and go there first and get my stuff or last.
Or you can go on also on Facebook. We have a Facebook page,
Okay.
and you can go there, and I have samples of some of the art or the jewelry or the metal art, and then you have a booth number too.
A booth number. Okay.
So then write that booth number down.
Okay. No, I like it. I like it. That's awesome. Now, does this, we were talking about sizes, and you said around 150, 145 participants this year. Is that your cap? Does the city put a cap on that, or is that just you guys? You kind of decide that's about right size for the event?
I guess long before I came here, they had the city mark 230 spaces, okay? I guess 1 year they actually had that before I moved here.
Okay.
And what happened is the city then put in the pavilion, put in the sidewalks and the playgrounds.
Playyard, yeah.
And so I don't think it was that they had space.
Right.
So then all of a sudden we went down to 180, and now there's water lines and stuff they have out there. And so I have to not put somebody there.
I see.
So they technically are supposed to mark 170, but they did 1 year and it was really horrible for me.
Yeah.
So I put a cap now, 150.
150.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you were interested in getting involved with Art in the Park for next year, definitely get a hold of her early. Now, is that the way who would they contact?
They can go to www.artintheparksierravista.com.
Okay.
And we have a online application, and we have all the rules of what you need to do, and we have when you can print.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then when can they do that for next year?
Well, they can start.
They can start now already?
No, not
yet. Not yet. Okay. I'm ahead of you.
Let's wait until the show's over.
The show's over.
But I will say that last year I had 60 applications right after the show in October.
Oh, no kidding.
No kidding.
So, yeah, so it behooves you to start early in your planning. So as soon as the event's over, October 4th and 5th, jump right in there because you might not have a space if you don't. It's become super wildly popular. There's lots of people out there. It's a great event. Let's take a quick break. We'll come right back with Lois and talk more about the Huachuca Art Association's 53rd Annual Art in the Park. We'll be right back.
We're the real wayfinders, the trailblazers, the go-getters. In a town where the desert wakes before dawn, we don't just talk, we make things happen. And when we speak, it's real, it's genuine, and it's worth hearing. Tune in every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on Cool 104.1 FM. Join the Sherry Ethell Team for Keepin' It Real, where top realtors, local heroes, and the heartbeat of our community come together. Raw, authentic conversations, expert market insights, and the best local events you can't afford to miss. Keepin' It Real, celebrating our community. Bold, genuine, one of a kind.
In a town with heart and history, the Sherry Ethell Team is the key. Serving service that we agree for military law and retirees. Stress-free process you will see. Personal care is our guarantee. Real integrity, real results. The Sherry Ethell Team, we never halt. Real experts here to guide your way, making dreams come true every single day. Trust a team that knows just what to do. The Sherry Ethell Team, working for you. Real integrity, real results. The Sherry Ethell Team is your one and only call.
All right, welcome back to Keepin' It Real. I'm Dion Ethell with the Sherry Ethell Team at Long Realty Studios right behind Denny's on Fry Boulevard. And I am here with Lois Bravo, and she's with the Huachuca Art Association, and she is the organizer, the event coordinator behind the 53rd Annual Art in the Park. She's been doing it for a decade or more, and so she is the heartbeat of Art in the Park behind the scenes. And I love being able to tell those stories and get it straight from the horse's mouth, right from the people who really, really know these events and have put all these together. So thank you, Lois, for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
We love having people like you to kind of give us the real scoop on what's going on. Now, I think when we left, we were talking a little bit about organizing an event and how you have to start very early because this thing is going down on Saturday, October 4th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Sunday, October 5th, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And this is the 53rd Annual Art in the Park right there at Veterans Memorial Park in Sierra Vista. And, you know, there are some restrictions, though, that we should be aware of, right? As far as animals go.
Right, because it's the park, and they always take their dog to the park.
Yeah.
The city has restrictions. They have the restrictions. It's a code. But technically, they can bring their service dogs.
Service dogs are still allowed.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's not a problem. But a lot of people bring their dogs, and then some of them are aggressive, and here in the aisle, dogs are fighting, and we can't have that.
And that's kind of, kind of normal. I think people are pretty used to it. There's some events like celebrating animals that are for the dogs, and you can bring your dog, but this isn't one of them. Art in the Park is a little bit different. So some of these big events that draw lots of people, they just don't want that extra problem there. So no dogs or pets allowed in the event area except for service dogs.
Correct.
And that's per Sierra Vista Title IX General Regulations Ordinance 90.06G if you're interested in looking that up.
Correct.
So just a little shout out for the city there and making sure that we're all safe and taking care of things. So if you're walking your dog out there, just do it early and get out of there before it starts, or maybe just find another spot. There's some great dog parks here in town and some other places to go. So please do that. Now, just some other question for you. So we talked a little bit about how much it costs for vendors. What about the public? Public is free?
Public is free parking.
Okay.
And one of the advantages, and there's a lot of vendors who love to come here,
Yeah.
is because we allow them to park behind their tent.
Okay.
So that frees up the parking spaces.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we could handle a lot more vendors if we didn't have them parking behind their tent.
You're right.
Yeah, because
Okay.
our spaces are 30 feet long. So they have room for their car and their tent. And that's very handy for them. And it keeps our parking lot more available.
Sure.
So that people can find parking.
That's a great point. Yeah, I never really thought about it, but I know when we've participated in various events and everything, it is pretty handy having your vehicle real close by so you can kind of unload. You don't have to drag it a long
Right.
ways. And some of these people, they're really bringing a lot of stuff.
Oh, they are.
Some
because
of them are big.
it has to last for 2 days.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, and we have a rule that if you leave early, you can't come back. So 1 year.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So if you leave early, you can't come back.
Right.
That day. Can you come back the next year?
No.
You can't come back the next
No.
year either?
No.
So you have to stay the whole time.
Yeah.
So do you have to have, what if these people sell all their stuff?
Well, that's what one wood guy did, and he's local, and he had Adirondack chairs and cutting
I've seen those.
Yeah, and cutting boards and stuff. And so there they were, sitting in their booth, drinking coffee or drinking pop, waiting for 4 o'clock on Sunday.
Because they didn't want to lose their
sold
spot. They sold everything. Wow.
They sold everything, yeah.
Wow, I did not know that. That's amazing.
That was the
They had
first-
a lot of stuff.
I know, and
That's
expensive.
crazy. Yeah, it wasn't cheap,
No,
but they sold it
expensive.
out.
Yeah, they
It was
sold
good
out.
quality, though.
Yeah, it was very, and he still does business here in town. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the neat things too is there's a lot of stuff here because they are handmade, right? There's a lot of
Right.
good quality items there, very unique and really, really good quality. Some of the woodworking is amazing, and then of course the metal art and other things too. But I'm always amazed at the quality of what's out there. Now, talking about if you're just tuning in, some of the things that you might see out there, Lois, what are types of art that we might see?
We have paintings, and they can be acrylic, oil, or watercolor. And then we have jewelry and candles, and we have some stained glass and wood. Well, we've talked a lot about some wood products here.
Yeah, and it could be anything, right? From bowls to
Yeah, they have bowls, they have
Canes
walking canes, they have treasure chests.
Oh,
There
yeah.
seems to be this new treasure chest. There's a couple people that have that wood flag,
yeah, all kinds of stuff.
Coin holders.
Oh yeah.
For the military, the
Oh yeah, I used to
honor
collect
coins,
coins
honor
myself.
yeah.
From the
And
board floor.
baskets. And we got one lady that's new this year that's making custom hats for
Oh,
women.
that'll be exciting.
Yeah. And one of our wood artists that we have, he also does custom hats. If you were in the service and you want a cap, he'll stitch the Air Force, blah, blah. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So he's
Oh, that's
doing
cool.
custom caps. Yeah.
Okay.
And then the metal art, which is real popular.
Yeah, definitely. There was a lot of people there.
And then the fiber arts. And then we have,
What is fiber arts?
well, that's like if you make sweaters or if you
sure.
make clothes
Anything made out of cloth.
and
Got it.
quilts, right.
So it covers a broad area.
And then lotions and soaps are very big.
Yeah.
We have several soap people. We have one that they have a soap that you can wash your hair with, a shampoo soap. And one of the years we got it, my husband really liked it.
And it comes in a bar?
Yeah, it comes in a bar.
Oh, that's kind of interesting.
And so, there's all other little unique things too. You'll just have to come check it out.
Yeah, and I know that we were there. There was all kinds of different foods and things that you could get.
Gourmet foods. We got a lady this year that made fudge, and it's called alcohol-infused fudge.
Uh-oh.
She's going to be on a corner.
Okay.
Yeah, so that'll be kind of interesting. And then we have a pastry person that she's in there too.
Oh, yeah. Love that stuff.
And so we got that. Plus we have the food booths. We have 12 food booths. And we have Gunnies.
That's a lot of vendors, yeah.
We have Gunnies. We have Rapido, which does, great sweet potato fries. And,
So
lemonade, donuts,
So it sounds like there's a pretty
Caramel corn.
wide variety of different kinds of foods that they'll have, right?
Yeah, and there's one lady coming from Green Valley that's doing pockets. When you have a little pocket with meat in it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's new this year.
So do you, when you're kind of organizing this stuff, do you kind of try to get a variety there?
Correct.
Okay, and do you try not to have duplicates or?
That's right. Like one time we had 2 caramel corns and they were fighting.
Oh, really?
I mean, they're yelling, barking.
Oh, yeah. Trying to get
on.
people to come to theirs.
So from then on, we said, nope, 1 caramel corn. That's it.
Okay, so you try to really one of each kind
Right.
of different. Okay, well, that's kind of good because that gives you an opportunity to sample some different things. And if you're out there long enough, it's always a good idea to take a break and go get something to eat and then come
Or
back
drink.
and do it again. Yeah, or drink. Yeah, for
they
sure.
have that. We have 3 of the farmers market people. One she does Chinese food, and then we have Filipino, and then we have the Lazy Susan. He grows pork. He makes his own pork stuff.
Yeah.
Pork tacos and stuff like that.
Now, do you have some picnic tables or anything out there to eat off of?
Yeah, they do. The city gives us some of
gives
those.
you some of those. Okay,
Yeah.
So that's good. What about weather? This year is kind of an odd year. It seems like we're getting a lot of good rain this year and a lot of good monsoons. Are you worried about that at all?
A little,
A little,
but not too much.
Because it seems like it's running a little bit later than it has been in previous years.
One of the first years that I ever moved here, I went to Art in the Park, and it had rained the night before, and I was from Washington State.
Yeah,
What's your
I'm from
problem?
Oregon originally.
What's
so
your problem
You're
here?
right.
So I went at 8:30 in the morning, and I really felt bad for the people who had really nice art.
Yeah.
They had to wait till their tent was a little dry.
Yeah.
But I went shopping, and they said that was one of their best years. The vendors, they made more money because it had rained the night before.
Oh, no kidding.
And I think it's because it
Cools off, yeah. Yeah, I know there have been some years that were just hotter than blue blazes out there. But I don't think this year's going to be it. I think it's going to be nice and it's going to be really wonderful. And
that'll be really
awesome.
wonderful. So in the meantime, we have some member booths, but I didn't sell one. So last year it was pretty hot. So I don't know, it's been a hot summer. So I've taken one of those booths and I'm making a cooling tent and I have a fan in there.
Oh, very
so
nice.
when people that are old and elderly that are having trouble with the heat, they can come to the information booth and cool off. Then one of my vendors who does something like we have nonprofit tents that they don't have to pay.
Okay.
And so they do meals like Meals on Wheels type thing. So they're going to pass out flyers, but they're also doing a cooling tent. So people have
very
somewhere
nice.
to sit down a little bit and cool off if, because that's one of the reasons some of the seniors don't want to come because there's a lot of walking.
It is a lot of walking. And I know because we buy a number of things there and try to hit it all at one time, we actually bring a wagon just be able to haul stuff around because it gets pretty heavy after a while. If you're going to every booth and seeing everything,
Right.
you're bound to end up buying some stuff. And pretty soon it starts to get heavy and you're making trip after trip to your car. And we've done that route too. So,
okay.
So we do both. But I noticed that last time wagons were a little more popular than they had been
did
before.
you? I'll
Yeah.
have to pay attention this year. I didn't notice that.
Yeah. Well, you'll see us out with our little wagon for sure, picking up stuff. Makes it pretty handy, and then you don't have to run back, and so you
Right.
can kind of do that. Well, let's take one last break, and then we're going to come wrap up the show with you, Lois. We'll talk more about kind of the event and just what you need to do and what you need to prepare for. We'll be right back, folks.
Discover excellence in real estate with the Sherry Ethell Team at Long Realty, your premier choice in Cochise County. Sherry's amazing team brings honesty, expertise, and a deep understanding of the local market. Whether you're a first-time buyer or a seasoned homeowner, they're committed to your peace of mind and handle every detail for you. Their approach? Personalized service. Above and beyond transactional real estate, building lifelong relationships, nationwide connections, local expertise. There's a reason this team is amongst the top realtors in Arizona and across the nation. You owe it to yourself to call or visit the Sherry Ethell Team, the top team at Long Realty, behind Denny's on Fry Boulevard in Sierra Vista. Call or text 717-599-2439 or Google us for more info. Real integrity, real results.
Do uneasy markets have you waiting for the ideal moment to make home ownership a reality? Your answer lies in a conversation with Sherry Ethell and her exceptional team at Long Realty, a name synonymous with trust and reliability in Arizona's real estate landscape.
Hi, I'm Sherry Ethell, Realtor and Team CEO of the Sherry Ethell Team at Long Realty. Your ideal moment has arrived. We tailor our approach to you and your needs and goals. Let us put our extensive network to work for you and take the stress out of the process.
Whether buying or selling, remember the name Sherry Ethell and the Sherry Ethell Team. Visit the Sherry Ethell Team at Long Realty behind Denny's on Fry Boulevard in Sierra Vista. Call or text 717-599-2439 or Google us for more information. Real integrity, real results.
All right, welcome back to Keeping It Real. I'm Dion Ethell, and we're here at Long Realty Studios, Lois Bravo and I. And Lois is from the Huachuca Art Association. Do you have a title? I never asked you that.
Well, I'm a member of the board.
Okay.
But I also am the bookkeeper.
You're the bookkeeper. Okay. Yeah. I remember we did talk about
money.
that.
I play with money.
And we're talking about the 53rd Annual Art in the Park. So if you're just tuning in, put this on your calendar. Saturday, October 4th, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Sunday, October 5th, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's free admission, free parking, lots of food and beverage vendors out there. There's going to be 145, I think we talked about, vendors altogether. So a lot of people out there selling their wares, and all of these are handmade, but they're a lot of them really high quality stuff. We buy a number of them items out there, and some really unique stuff that you wouldn't find anywhere else.
Well, when you buy it too, it's a one of a kind.
Yeah.
And you're giving it for a gift. They can't go to Dillard's or Macy's or wherever and get that same thing.
And I love that's very unique and special, and I love giving them to clients who are new to the area, because they then get a little flavor, a taste of the artisans' work here and what we're all about here in this community. And so that's kind of neat. Now, we talked about the vendors that are going to be there selling food, and that there's different kinds. You make a policy of trying to, get different kinds of vendors in here to eat. And do you do that with the things that people sell too? Do you only have a number of them?
Limited, but what I try to do is I try to have a jeweler, a wood artist, a metal artist, a clothing or something. I try to not have a bunch. One year I had 3 jewelers together, and I felt really terrible.
Oh, okay.
And maybe that
Do you try to spread them out?
I try to spread them out.
Okay.
So I have a method to my madness in laying them out.
Well, it seems like it's pretty well organized out there, because I always, you don't usually see the same kind of stuff. You'll be like, oh, wow, this is really good woodwork, wood bowls. And then you go see another guy with wood bowls.
Which is totally
some other
different.
stuff.
Yeah.
Totally different stuff. Now, as far as the event goes and everything, is there any other activities there during the course of the day, other than we talked about the wine festival going on at the same time? The city's putting that on?
Yeah, the city puts that on. And then we have the scouts come, and the scouts have the opportunity to run around with a wagon and sell water.
Okay.
Because a lot of the vendors...
I remember seeing them.
Yeah, a lot of the vendors can't get away to get water, and especially if it's hot.
Yeah.
They do it lemonade and iced tea. Now, at the last minute, I had a cancellation. So this girl, she did, I guess, Oktoberfest.
Okay.
And so she called up and she said, I do special sodas. So I worked her in, not with the food vendors, but at the end behind our membership booth. She's called Dirty Spur Soda Saloon. And so she takes like Coke, Dr. Pepper, other kind of things, and she mixed lime, cream, and a bunch of stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know.
That'll be interesting to see.
And she said she had success at Oktoberfest. She just moved here from up north.
Okay.
And so
Well,
I
something to try
said,
out.
okay, we'll give you a try since you're so excited. So we'll
Very
try
good.
it.
We'll try it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to check that out. Now, going back, the last thing I kind of wanted to talk to you about again, can you give us a shout out where the Huachuca Art Association is located at?
1835 Paseo San Luis, across the street from the Warrior Healing Center.
Perfect. And you can buy all kinds of wonderful items there too, so you don't doesn't have to be at during Art in the Park.
Or you can take classes.
Or you can take classes, yeah.
Or they have a studio time. If you become a member, you can go to the studio on Thursday and Friday, and you can bring your own art, and you can try to do it. And then you have people to camaraderie of other artists, so you can do things together.
Now, I want to ask you about that. Can anybody become a member?
Yes,
Yeah,
anybody.
anybody
It's
can
only
be a member.
$35.
So you could support the organization, and so it behooves us all to, help you guys out and to make sure that you keep doing this because it's such a great event.
Yeah, because
It's
otherwise
one of the biggest ones we have.
The art gallery might go away.
Yeah. Okay, so come on down to the Huachuca Art Association there on Paseo San Luis and make sure you get your membership there. And it's only $35 a year,
Only
right?
$35. We haven't even raised it with inflation.
That's incredible. Yeah, so super inexpensive and a great way to support your community. A great way to ensure that there's a 54th annual Art in the Park. Just come on down and take care of that. And again, they have a Facebook, right? You have a Facebook that's going to be kind of tracking on all the event and everything.
We have the Huachuca Art has a Facebook, and the Art in the Park has their own Facebook.
Okay.
So, yes.
So you can actually go to both.
And actually,
okay.
you can go to both, and you can see they've been, the Huachuca one has been going through the gallery and spotting art, putting the name of the artist, like if it's a photography or acrylic or something, and jewelry or gourds or something.
Yeah.
We've got some people that volunteered to really up the ante on our Facebook, which is really nice.
Well, I'll have to go take a look at that myself. Before you go, though, I got to ask, and I always try to ask this of all of our event organizers, what is the greatest challenge behind setting up an event of this magnitude? Because this is like a big event, and you're telling me that you're kind of the sole driving force behind it. So what's the biggest challenge every year?
I've been doing
You don't have any challenges.
Well, I had challenges when people canceled because I had to try to move people into their spot. And so this year has been a little more challenging because of that. One year it was more challenging because when they laid out the lines, that's where it's more challenging, is at the end. If they laid out the lines to coincide with the way my numbers are. So, and I'm going out, laying out numbers and stuff. So that kind of is where the challenge is at for me, as the park is on a different page sometimes than me.
Than you are.
Than laying it out. Like there's the aisles for the cars to drive in are supposed to be so many feet, and the aisles for the people to walk in so many feet. And last year they switched that around.
Oh, goodness.
So it makes it a little tighter for the cars.
Sure.
Things like that. And I don't have that much control over the city. So,
Right.
Yeah.
And do you, so every year the challenge may change a little bit based on what's going on.
Right.
And how early do you start getting there? I'm assuming you come in there early.
I come in Friday at
Okay.
8 o'clock. I am there all day till 5 because the vendors come to set up around noon.
Oh, they come the day before.
They come the day before and they set up. And then that's when I also have a little challenges as somebody goes, I don't like where this spot is. And sometimes I can move them, sometimes I can't.
You can't, yeah.
But, I have to say, 150 vendors, and you have 5 or 6 people who complain to you.
Yeah.
That's nothing.
Yeah, that's pretty good, actually.
So actually, that's why I say it hasn't been really terrible, because most people, they've been doing it a long time.
They know the event.
They work with the weather. They work with the wind. They work with
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you've been doing this for a decade, so they kind of work with you too. They know you and know what to expect.
And they know that, it's like my husband said, you give them such a hands-on personal touch. Because I'm saying, I'm 81 years old. I'm there 3 days in a row from 8 to 5, 3 days in a row, walking all over that park.
Wow.
And I said, yeah, I'm getting old. Somebody needs to take this over. There's nobody to take it over.
Well, there we've got a challenge, right? We got a challenge out there. So shouting out to the community, come join the Huachuca Art Association.
You have to know how to run a computer.
And get involved. And so here's a great opportunity. If somebody was already a great event organizer, this is something cool to kind of get involved with, because none of us get any younger, and
what was interesting,
you've been doing it a long time.
Yeah, what was interesting this year, we put out blitzes to our mailing list, and also in our artifacts that I need volunteers to come and sit in the Art in the Park and work the information booth and stuff.
Yeah,
I have 5 volunteers that aren't even involved or members of the Art Association. Who stepped up to help. And
out.
I've been so impressed.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. So you do take volunteers each year to help with all the organizations
information booth
setting up,
and setting up the tents and
Yeah. Now, does everybody bring their own tent, I'm assuming?
Yeah, except everybody
except
has
for
to,
the information booth and stuff like
us,
that. Yeah. Okay. So there's a number of things that have to do. And I didn't realize that they actually got there the day before to kind of set up, but that makes sense.
I have somebody that said, I'm going to be there at 6 a.m. Saturday. I promise I'll be ready to open at 8 o'clock.
Yikes. And do they... I'm assuming they just kind of camp out there then.
They go to motels.
Okay.
Some of them are local here, so they go home at night, sleep, come back the next morning.
They just kind of set up their tent, and then they bring all their stuff in.
And we have security, the Cochise Team. Which my husband's on. They are the security. They start working. He starts working at 5 o'clock on Friday. And so when vendors come in late, he hands out their packages at the check-in for their booth number and stuff.
Very good.
And they're there 24 hours to make sure that people's items are safe.
Well, it sounds like a great event, and we always love having you on, Lois, and talking about this wonderful event. We love it. It's a big part of, our identity here.
Yeah, it is.
In this community. Yeah. It really is. It's become, there's a number of events that you just don't forget. And you always put it on your calendar, and Art in the Park is one of them.
Thank you.
And so this is always heavy on our list, and I know it is for a lot of people. So again, everybody, come on down to the 53rd Annual Art in the Park, presented by the Huachuca Art Association on Saturday, October 4th, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Sunday, October 5th, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., rain or shine. Free admission, free parking. There's going to be a food and beverage court, all kinds of different kinds of food out there. It's all going down at Veterans Memorial Park in Sierra Vista. Remember, though, that no dogs or pets are allowed in the event area except for service dogs. Make sure that you do your walking somewhere else that morning. And then just come on down and support your local artisans. There's all kinds of stuff from paintings to jewelry to candles and glass, wood, ceramics, baskets, metal art, fiber arts, all kinds of yard art and baskets and lotions and all kinds of neat stuff. Just so much stuff there to mention photography and gourmet food. So there's going to be something there for everybody, right, Lois?
That's right, yeah.
All right. Well, I appreciate you coming on the show today. Looking forward to this great event.
Thank you so much for having me.
You bet. All right. This is Keepin' It Real. I'm Dion Ethell, and this is the Sherry Ethell Team. We'll be right back after these brief messages. It's the Home Spotlight Series, brought to you by the Sherry Ethell Team at Long Realty, where home stories are told until they're sold.
Located in the desirable Pueblo del Sol Country Club Estates, 3456 Rossburg Street is a beautifully updated 3-bedroom, 2-bath home with over 2,000 square feet of open living space. Enjoy high-vaulted ceilings, stylish finishes, and modern upgrades including kitchen, bathrooms, flooring, HVAC, water heater, and roof, all updated between 2018 and this year. Step out back to your huge covered patio, ready for personal touches and ideas. Take in breathtaking mountain views and birdwatching from the large backyard, or tinker in the big shed or workshop. There's an extended slab opposite the 2-car garage and driveway with a double gate and ready for RV parking. Plenty of space for your cars, toys, and hobbies. All just minutes from Fort Huachuca, shopping, golf, and schools. Professionally clean, this one checks every box and is move-in ready. 3456 Rossburg Street, listed at $395,000.
Buy and sell with the Sherry Ethell Team at Long Realty. We make success stories for a living.
That brings us to the end of another Keepin' It Real radio show, and we just want to say a big thank you for letting us be a small part of your weekend. Whether you're a longtime listener or just caught us for the first time today, we're so glad you're here. Got something you'd love us to talk about? Maybe a local story, a cool event, maybe a guest idea. Maybe you're related to or know someone who has an interesting story, profession, or past. We would love to hear from you. So drop it in our Keepin' It Real suggestion box at Long Realty. We're located just behind Denny's on Fry Boulevard. Or if it's easier, you can email me directly at sherry@sherryethelteam.com or call me or text me at 717-599-2439. This is your show, and it's all about our community, our connections, and the what's up of Cochise County, and as always, keeping things real. And your voice will help shape what we do next. We'll see you next Saturday from 7 to 8 a.m. right here on 104.1 Cool FM, making radio cool again.
Stay safe and stay cool, Cochise County, and keep it real.
Thank you for tuning in to this edition of the Keepin' It Real radio show. Join us next Saturday from 8 to 9 a.m. for more engaging interviews with top realtors and industry leaders, keeping you informed about the latest trends in real estate. Stay connected with us as we bring you updates on the dynamic events shaping our vibrant community. From exciting local happenings to noteworthy charities and causes, we've got you covered. See you next week for another edition of Keepin' It Real.